Welcome to the teachings of Ashanti. If you are new to this material, you can find more information about this material by clicking the links below the description to my Facebook group and to my blogspot. If you want to receive notifications to future videos, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Thank you. Node 52. Healing areas with transceivers. These are the channeled words of Ashanti. Many places in your world have become polluted, not only on a physical level, but on an energetic level as well. Mindfields are covering huge areas, almost like a spider's web, especially in artificial, mind-created environments. Humans are cut off for the most part from nature. Many people don't ever get the chance to come in contact with nature anymore. They live and die in inner city environments. These people have no access to the universal node in nature. Humans are literally caught in a web of their own making. They have created these webs for themselves with their minds. Now they are struggling in vain to loosen themselves from these webs. In these polluted mind field areas, you will find all sorts of problems. There will be crime, violence, murders, etc. In the time of the ancients, these things were not even known. They had no actual words for murder, rape, stealing, etc. These concepts were not even in their consciousness. For these ancient ones were fully integrated into the universal node of nature. They and nature were one, connected on a heart level. They communicated with nature as a living entity, which it really is. Nodes have consciousness and can speak, communicate, and think. Collectively, they are a living being. This being is the higher power I speak of often. This being uses the universal node as its energy body. This being is the universal node, and yet it is infinitely more than the universal node. I am not authorized to speak any more about this higher being. Anyway, at your current level of consciousness, you will not be able to comprehend it, even if I were authorized to speak about it. This being is the presence you feel within nature, if you are sufficiently aware. Modern man is more and more separating himself from this source, which is the universal node. Modern man wants to go his own way, thinking that he does not need the universal node anymore. Doing this, he is wriggling himself tighter and tighter into a web of dark mind fields. The ancients had the true knowledge and wisdom gained from the universal node. The ancient knowledge and wisdom is being rediscovered by many people in these times. My special word for you, dear reader: search your own heart. If the knowledge I have shared so far speaks to you on a heart level, then you are ready to learn more. If these words of mine seem strange to you now, be patient. In the end, it will become clearer to you. There is yet much to learn that will sound even stranger to you. Stay with me in all this. You will have to look past your minefields and listen to your heart. Remember, my words will not always sound logical to your mind. If your heart jumps at my words when a certain revelation comes to you through my words, you are on the right track to receive more. Today, even former natural areas are being turned into artificial plantations for food production. Huge areas of natural forests are being destroyed for financial gain. Unless mankind returns and connects to nature again, treat her as sacred, the world will become a barren place. It will be a barren artificial construct with no access to the universal node anymore. This is why my plea is for you to return to your connection with the natural world and the universal node before it is too late. I've spoken about transceivers and how you can utilize them to connect to nature again. I explained how to create your own little area of nature, even in an inner city environment. You can use a network of activated transceivers to regain control and clear areas that have been polluted by mindfields. You can infuse these light transceivers with the intention to clear dark transceivers, which are transmitting in these polluted areas. The very ground in these areas have been energetically polluted. Physically, everything in these areas is contaminated by diseased nodes, as explained before. Energetically, these nodes in this area have been separating, in brackets, themselves from the whole, the universal node. They are still part of the universal node, yet they use the energy of the whole to follow their own agenda. Just as people are separated physically from nature, so on the level of the energetic structure, these nodes have separated themselves from the universal node. So physically as well as energetically, these areas are mutating on an energetic and physical level further and further away from the original intention spoken over it by the higher power. Is it any wonder you as humans feel alienated? Readers are rising up to employ activated transceivers, using them in the form of networks to restore areas to health again, physically and on an energetic level. You are being raised up, taught how to use your past life abilities as readers. This is to reawaken this ancient knowledge to heal areas that are overrun by mindfields and dark transceivers. You will heal areas as fully fledged readers, coming together as groups or networks to heal diseased areas. You as readers are an inner light transceiver yourself. Those who are more on a student level will use outer activated transceivers to help heal areas. In my next discussion, I will explain the methods to be used to employ these activated outer transceivers in networks for healing. After that, I will explain the methods to be used by a group of true readers acting as a network of readers to heal diseased areas. Love and light to you all. Ashanti. Thank you for listening to this message.